Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 32 of the WCW series. I am Swarls. We are coming off of a week where we accidentally made worldwide a show and then aired it only in Japan, but we fixed that, I think. So let's ignore this. WCW don't. We're not going to look at that. We're just going to look at the things that mattered. Now, main event doesn't super matter, but what we did here on Saturday night was we did a big Dangerous Alliance and Good Alliance. This has kind of been going on and off for like a year. Those guys just can't get away from each other. We gave Eddie Guerrero a big win. So we're kind of setting up the match with him and Steamboat. We did the promo with Vader and Cactus, setting that up. Ron beat Bob Backlund, Dustin, and Kurt Hennig is still out of his mind. Okay. Alright, I'm ready to cook. Amway Arena, every time. Richard Morton. Spot on impressions. Got his ass, Ricky. Hell yeah, brother. Good and Dangerous Alliance is basically the Jericho void of AEW. I don't think that's fair. I don't know. They've been doing a little better than that. I think it's finally time to go to New England. We've been avoiding it this whole time. I mean, we are notably a lot less over there, but look, maybe it's because we're not doing shows there. I mean, 7,800 people is nothing to sneeze at. We could probably sell out the Mass Mutual Center in Springfield, Mass. Let's go. We're going to WWE country. We're going to Nick country. We're heading to New England. Give them a show. All right. So I want to do a couple angles to start us off. I want to do Eric Bischoff. This is going to be like a sit-down interview that they recorded in the studio or something with Big Van Vader and Cactus Jack. And he's going to be like, gentlemen, it's been made official. At the inaugural Slamboree event, we will see Big Van Vader and Cactus Jack in a #1 contenders match for the WCW World Heavyweight Championship. What do you guys have to say about that? And then, Vader's going to be like, I guess Teddy Long needs to be there, too. Teddy Long needs to be there. Sitting with Vader. And, Vader could be like, it's time. It's time for Vader to become the world champion. Cactus Jack is trying to delay the inevitable. And Teddy Long's going to be like, that's right. Big Van Vader. He's been waiting his turn. But he ain't waiting no more. And then, Cactus Jack, I assume, will be like, it would be wise of you not to look past me. Mick Foley is fucking dog shit. Sorry, Nick. But yeah, basically, Vader and Teddy Long, it's Vader's time. We will beat Cactus Jack, etc., etc. Cactus Jack being like, you better not look past me. I'm a wild man. I'm a dangerous guy. Vader, Cactus, sit down interview. #1 contenders match booked for Slamboree. Okay. We're going to do a match. We are once again going to have Kurt Hennig simply win. Now, there are plenty of people here he could beat, but, we've never been to New England. Who's up here? Who's local? I gotta know. Big Tilly. Big Tilly's local. Brutal Bob Evans is local. Bruce Tharp. Okay. Bushwhacker Butch. That's, I mean, Bushwhacker Butch might job to someone on, like one of our young guys or something. He's got a little bit of overness. Jason Knight, Judge Jeff Jones. All the stars. John Cronus? I mean, he's not... I don't think he would be good at jobbing. I don't think he can sell. No, he cannot sell. Just Incredible. Just Incredible could maybe sell. He's got 0 overness. Rick Fuller. Hey, Tony DeVito. Hey. I mean, he's got higher sell than the rest of these guys. Vampire Warrior. You moved to New England, brother. You can't get away from us. I think we're going to book Tony DeVito. Face, because you're wrestling Mr. Perfect. Excuse me. The flawless one, Kurt Hennig. Kurt is obviously winning. This will have to be after this interview. Because basically I want Kurt to cut a promo after the match where he's going to be like, well, I heard Vader and Cactus are having a #1 contenders match at Slamboree. So it sounds like Sting's not busy. And since I am undefeated in WCW, I think it's time for the flawless one, Kurt Hennig, to get his title shot. And we're going to send Sting out. And Sting's going to be like, alright, look, man. I'll tell you what. I obviously beat you. I tried to prove this to you last week. I gave you that VHS. Did you watch it? He's going to be like, you didn't give me a VHS. I don't know why you're lying to all these people. You never gave me a VHS. He's going to be like, alright, how about this? How about this? I'll give you the title shot at Slamboree. But the stipulation is, when I beat you, like I did at Super Brawl, you're going to have to admit to the world that you lost to Sting. And then Kurt Hennig will be like, well, I'm flawless and will not lose, so I accept your stipulation. Hennig, Sting. Promo, setting up. Oh, fuck. You know what we should do? God, this is so stupid. I wasn't lying about cooking tonight. This is what happens when you hang out in a car dealership waiting room for like 3 hours. Instead of doing an I quit match, they should have an I lose match. Where the only way to lose is you gotta shove the microphone in the guy's face and he has to go, I lose! I lose! He has to admit it. Fuck, that's good. That's the tip Sting adds. Not just am I going to beat you, I'm going to make you admit you lose. I'm going to make you say the words, I lose, when I beat you. Fuck, that's dumb. Wait until Nick finds out about this. I'll never be able to bully him on Collision again when he finds out about the I lose match. Oh, no, he's here! I booked an I lose match and Nick just appeared. He was summoned. He was like, oh shit, Smarley's fucking dumb fucking thing. I could feel it. I gotta get on Twitch. Oh, fuck. Alright. Alright, let's... We're doing angles because that's what I've got on the brain here. This one's gonna be a little more serious. We're gonna have Dustin Rhodes cutting an in-ring promo. I guess like, again with Eric Bischoff, and Jesse is there, and Dustin is there. Excuse me, Dusty is there, and they're basically gonna be like, Dustin Rhodes, it seems like you've been having some misunderstandings recently with Jesse Ventura and your father. What's next for the American Nightmares? And he's gonna be like, well, I'm not sure. And then, like, Dusty's gonna be like, I'll tell you what's next, Daddy. And then he's gonna be like, don't cut me off. And then, they're gonna be like, they're gonna start bickering and yelling at each other. And then Stan Hansen's gonna come out. God help us. Stan Hansen is gonna come out and be like, hey, Dustin Rhodes, you don't talk to your father like that, all right? I know people are mad about Dusty Rhodes right now, but that man is a legend. You show him some respect, or I'll come out there and slap the taste out of your mouth. I'm tired of watching you whine and cry all around WCW. And then this is going to unify these three guys. They are going to stop bickering and then be like, who the hell, what are you doing here? Who told you to stick your nose in our business, Stan Hansen? My son acts how he wants to act. He doesn't have to listen to you. And then, Ventura being like, you shouldn't be putting your nose in our business, Hansen. So yeah, that's the angle here. Is Stan is, because listen, no one cares about doing an American Nightmares breakup, so we're just gonna keep these guys together, and then Stan Hansen is gonna galvanize. That's the word I was looking for. That's a good fucking like college SAT ass word. He's gonna galvanize these guys against him by saying Dustin Rhodes should show his dad some respect. Rhodes should stop crying and show his father some respect. Which again, in 1992 WCW, makes him the babyface. So you'd be like, yeah, stop crying. Alright, we're gonna do a match. Nick, we're in New England, by the way. This is our first show in New England in over a year. We've never run New England. We're in Springfield, Mass. These people are getting a main event. These people are getting Brian Pillman and Ricky Steamboat for the World Television title. Ricky's winning. I'm doing double interference but in my head, what's going to happen here is Eddie Guerrero is going to run out to attack Ricky, and then it's going to look like Brian's going to win, and then Steve Austin is going to hobble out on like one leg, and he's going to like punch Eddie, and then he's going to like pull. You know what? Actually, let's do a draw. Let's do that. Let's do draw. And then we will do like double interference. We will have Brian attacked by Steve. And we will have Ricky attacked by Eddie Guerrero. So it'll be like a double DQ. In fact, I should put that in. Double DQ. So yeah, it's gonna look like, Eddie is there to like hit Steamboat, and then it's like, oh my god, Steve Austin's here, and he hobbles out, and it's basically a sports entertainment finish, but we're not going to do that because I think that'll do poorly. That is obviously the main event. That match is gonna fucking rule. More angles. Brian Pillman and Paul E. Let's get Tully. Let's kill a couple birds with one stone here. Let's get Tully and also Mike Awesome, who can just stand there. They're gonna cut a promo mostly about the main event and about how I'm gonna win this TV title, and after I win the TV title, I'm gonna rub it in Steve Austin's face. I'm gonna accomplish something that he's been trying to get that TV title back for months, and I'm gonna do what he couldn't. And then Tully's gonna be like, also, I am here. Fuck Rick Rude. Oh, I guess last week it was them winning by cheating because they drew up a new play. So that's probably what he would be like. See, you didn't see that coming, rude. You think you know all the plays we got, but you're wrong. Austin. All right, we like desperately need to book some matches. Oh, last we did what did we do? We did Regal and Rick Steiner either last week or the week before that, right? Yes, we did Steven Regal versus Rick Steiner. Y'all know what that means. Y'all know what that means. Scott Steiner versus Chris Adams. 10 minutes. I think these guys are going to get storytelling. Scott Steiner needs to beat Chris Adams. Like, he just, yeah, he's got to beat Chris Adams. So I'll give Scott Steiner a win by botched interference from the bumbling Brit, Steven Regal. Oh, DiBiase and the Diamond Stud. Trying to heat them up. Let's give them a tag match. Who are some faces? Oh, they could definitely beat... Did I already put them against Koloff and Blair? I assume I did. Or maybe they just beat Jobbers. I don't remember. Oh, they beat the Italians. Okay. Alright, so they're starting pretty low at the bottom of the rung here. So let's do Ted and the Diamond Stud. I don't even think they're at Brian Blair and Koloff territory yet. PN News lost his recognizable status, right? Yeah, okay. That's unfortunate for you, Mr. PN News. Because you were going to team... PN News and Norman Smiley doing the job here. What a match. It's like 8 minutes. Going to have the Diamond Stud get the win over PN News. I gotta do something with Simmons and Severn. All I really did last week. So the story that we have so far is like Dan wants to rematch with Vader. Teddy Long's like, you're not gonna get it. And then Ron Simmons is like, yeah, you know, you'll have to deal with me. And last week he beat Bob and then was gonna beat him up afterwards, and then Dan saved him. So we're kind of setting up a tag match there, but that's not a thing we're gonna do here. Kind of sounds like what that would be is another promo. Although I could also just have Dan win a match. So let's do Dan. I should really go local again. Since we're in New England. I mean, when the Vampire Warrior's there, you gotta bring him in. When you can book Dan Severn versus Gangrel, you have to do it. You know what I mean? He's not the Vampire Warrior. He's just Vampire Warrior. And then we will let them cut a promo afterwards. And by them, I mean Nick. While Bob and Dan stand there. Ron Simmons. Basically, Bockwinkel's just going to cut a promo about how, like, you know, one of the reasons I came here to WCW was to manage Dan Severn and Ken Shamrock and now Bob Backlund, and I manage these men because they're men. And they don't back down from anything. And I thought Vader and Ron Simmons were like that, but I was wrong. You guys have done nothing but back down and walk away and attack people from behind. Nick Bockwinkel has just shown up in WCW and been like, fuck you. You suck. These are real wrestlers. Oh, that's time. I mean, we could fit another match in. Although, we are perfect on the percentage, so we're probably good. Alright, we need to placement mode this shit. I'm going to open with this. And then we are going to do the sit-down interview, because I want that to happen early. Dan Severn, sure. Scott Steiner, sure. Kurt Hennig, promo. Yeah, I mean, that's a show. I think this show is going to do well, because I think the main event will be, like, great. Other matches are whatever, but undercard on TV doesn't super matter, and there's going to be great promos, so. Yeah, I think this is going to, I'm going to go like 88. I think this will do well. Actually, you know what? We're going to do one more local worker. Butch. Because he's a little bit over. I mean, you would bring in Bushwhacker Butch as a face, right? Is he... If he's recognizable, he's jobbing to someone who's not. But I don't know if he's going to be. But otherwise, we'll just do a dark match, I guess. No, he's unimportant. Well, that's a shame. Alright, this is a dark match now. Who needs momentum? Oh, Mike Awesome has cool momentum. Again, what a match! Mike Awesome versus Butch. I mean, we could fit this on the main show, but I don't think we need to do that. I think dark match is fine. Mike Awesome wins. That's alright. Still think we'll get an 88. I'm sticking with that. Yeah, yeah. I made the right call here, not putting this on the main show. Nice little dark match for the fans, though. You know, hey, look, it's one of the Bushwhackers. We're in WWF country. You guys love the Bushwhackers, right? Well, here you go. And he's gonna get fucking awesome bombed. 65, just a perfectly fine tag match. Ted DiBiase's kind of slumming it up right now. In there with all these 40s, but hopefully he will get the Diamond Stud over. That's kind of the plan here. Maybe we could get something out of this Scott Hall fellow. That would be nice. $81, okay. Oh, you know what? Maybe being in New England isn't the greatest idea, because we might be losing at 5 or 6 points per segment here from people being a little less over. I didn't think about that. That might hurt our 88. It's got a 70. No psychology. Interesting. Huh. I mean, it's still got a 70. I'll take that. I didn't think psychology mattered in a 6-minute match, but here we are. Nick Bockwinkel promo gets an 82. I'll take that. 78. For Scott Steiner and Chris Adams. Steiner screwdriver finish. Ooh, boy. All right. Tried to kill this man. All right. Okay. All right. We're cooking. We're cooking. 96 for the Dangerous Alliance, just ranting and raving. yelling about Steve Austin, yelling about Rick Rude, and the like. All right, here we go. Okay, all right. See, I told you, the fans of 1992, they love respecting your elders. They hate this Gen Xer Dustin Rhodes acting out, being whiny. They want to see Stan Hansen take his head off. Great start for this feud. 100 right off the bat. Kurt Hennig and Tony DeVito got a 70. Again, I will take that. It's a squash match. That's fine. Yes, him and Sting still got 100. Perfect. I cannot wait for the I Lose match at Slamboree. Oh, man. Also, we should look at the actual Slamboree card later, because pretty much anything I book is going to beat that. That was not a great show. Woo! Yeah, I figured this would be good. Plus, now we get a sick tag match next week, so that's fun. Yeah, this rocked. I mean, I don't really have anything else to say about it. Rocked. No, I booked good matches, like Brian Pillman and Ricky Steamboat for the TV title. Sorry. Sorry, I booked good things. 91! We beat the 88. Crushed it. Was kind of middling through the beginning of the show, but we really, this last, 40 minutes of the show really kicked ass. We had the 100 Stan and promo. We had the 100 Sting Kurt promo. And then 92 main event. Take that, Vince. I should run more shows in like the tri-state in New England. It always fires me up. Like, we gotta take it to their house. Oh no, this is fine. This is the one we replaced with the other Japanese deal that I accidentally made worldwide, but then we fixed it. So this is fine. This can expire. Yeah, that's fine. Very Ted Turner thought process, yes. No, this is like the opposite ROH. ROH was tri-state, and then we moved to the south, and then that bond, and we moved back. Ultimo moved to the Great Lakes? Alright, cool. Cool. Don't know why you did that, but hey, man, whatever floats your boat. Oh boy, UWF is going to start doing PG-rated sports entertainment as opposed to their old style, which was probably, I don't know, dog shit. Good for them. Alright, main event time. Oh boy. Wrestler's Court, annoying everyone with his constant boasting and cocky attitude. Stan Hansen said he was guilty and told him to shut up. Okay, great. Bam Bam defeated Sabu by disqualification in last week's main event. Boy, sounds like we're building this stuff over here, too. Sounds like we're doing Sabu and Raven against Bam Bam Bigelow and his good friend. Scott Norton. Scott Norton. This might not be the main event of main event anymore. It might just be a match on main event. Anyway, Bam Bam still has to win this, I think, right? Although Sabu might be getting closer than I think. No, Bam Bam has to win this. Well, you know, we might be able to get away with Sabu beats Scott Norton, although I don't know if we want to. I'm going to try something. I'm going to try Sabu beats Scott Norton. And I'm going to try interference on Scott Norton from Perry Saturn. Bam Bam is only 31. Yeah, it's 1993. Yeah, he's 31. Okay, he's totally fine with that. Great. All right, we're gonna do an angle. Actually, Steve really shouldn't have a tag match. All right, this is how we're gonna do this angle. It's gonna be Steve Austin and Ricky Steamboat, and then Steamboat's gonna be like, "Oh, Steve, thanks for saving me on Saturday, brother. You know, I know that couldn't have been easy for you with your leg." And then he's gonna be like, "Oh, I could, no problem, Ricky, brother. I couldn't stand them seeing you do that to you like that. And, that damn Pillman and Guerrero, too. I can't wait to get my hands on him in a tag match." And he's going to be like, "Tag match? Steve, brother, like, you got one leg. What? You can't be having a tag match." He's going to be like, "Oh, no, I got him. And then we're going to send Tony Schiavone, the grumpy, whiny Tony Schiavone. And he's going to be like, "Steve, listen, no, you're not cleared. You can't have the tag match." And he's going to be like, "Oh, come on, man," just complaining and stuff. Then we will send in Arn Anderson. And then Arn Anderson's going to be like, "Hey, Steve, listen, Steve, we known each other a long time. We were the Dangerous Alliance. I know you're one tough son of a gun. I know you never back down from a fight. But that, you can't be in there. You're a liability with that injury. So here, let me, on your behalf, have the match with Steamboat." And then Austin's going to be like, "All right, I guess." Promo setting up tag main event for Saturday. Arn is taking Steve's place. Rick Rude. It's gonna squash somebody. Actually, he's probably never beat any of our heel jobbers because he was a heel most of the time, so he would have been beating faces. Like, I don't think he's ever just beat Pat Rose, right? Perfect. It's Pat Rose time. All right. So the match I have envisioned for Slamboree between Rick Rude and Tully is a match where they are constantly trying to out-cheat each other. Although I don't think that's a match you give a stipulation to, because the whole point of it is that they're cheating, right? So if it was like a no DQ match or whatever, like there would be no point of cheating. So I think it just has to be like a regular ass match that just has that psychology built into it. Like I don't think I can promote the cheating match. Although I did just promote the I lose match, so maybe I can. But long story short, Rick Rude's gonna cut a promo on Tully after his squash match, where he's gonna be like, "So you think you guys got it all figured out? You think I'm not gonna figure out these new plays? You think I'm a goody two shoes now, and I don't know these tricks you guys got? Well, forgive me, God, because it's time to go back to the old me." Tully is gonna get the old Rick Rude at Slamboree. Beautiful. Masterpiece. Bellissimo. anyone else just like not doing anything right now? No, most of the top of the card is booked. Not doing anything with Liger, but it doesn't seem like oh no, he's here. He's just he's fallen. He's fallen into well known. Gotta fix that. Liger-san, you can have a match. Rick gonna wear Tully wife on his trunks. Oh yeah, probably. Or maybe probably like Paul, he might put Paul Lee on the trunks, but like a cartoonishly ugly Paul Lee, you know what I mean? Like a caricature of Paul Lee that makes him look ugly and like fatter than he is already. I mean, I'm sure I've just done Jushin and Jerry singles match, but hey, let's look. In fact, I might have done that recently. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right. We might book a weird match, man. We might book a weird match. We might book a weird match. Damn, I've actually booked this before, but it was like a year ago that they had a singles match. So I think I'm safe to book Jushin Liger and Steve Armstrong. The match we've all been waiting for. Gonna give Regal and Adams a short interview where they're going to talk about the Steiners. They're going to talk about how, complete luck that Scott Steiner won this week. I was on the apron simply to give Chris Adams some encouragement, and then he accidentally hit me. How unfortunate. Well, the way I see it, we split the singles matches, one each. So the only way we can settle this is a tag match at Slamboree. Bischoff does commentary on this show. We have different commentary teams. The Saturday night is Don Callis and Shivani, and then this show is J.R. Callis and Eric Bischoff. Yes, he's been there the whole time. Or at least, since like the second or third week or whatever. We've got like 7 more minutes. We could go really either way. I mean, it'll be better if we do a promo. How many matches? We have 3 matches. Boy, none of them are really a main event. Although it's a B show. Who fucking cares? Oh, I should test the thing. Somebody in the YouTube comments was like, oh, you can push, you could do 2 unimportant wrestlers, but one of them has to have very warm momentum. Now, I don't know if we have any unimportant wrestlers with very warm momentum. But I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it if we can. The problem is, I think all of our people with momentum are over. I mean, Ultimo's here, but he has warm momentum. He's recognizable. We got him there. Yeah, I don't think we have anyone that fits that bill. Let me see. Yeah, I mean that do be the problem is that All of my pushed people have momentum, and all of my not pushed people don't. Which, you know, checks out. How about a short Backlund match? Sure. I got nothing else. Bob, who would you like to wrestle, Bob, you can wrestle anyone you want. Bob, how would you like to wrestle George South? The match of the century. Get out of here. Bockwinkel, you do it. That's one of the main events of all time. I think this promo stays here. I think we open with Liger and Steve Armstrong. Oh no, that has to stay there. So this has to go like here. That's a show. This promo is probably going to get 100, so that's going to... And this one's going to do really well, too. So these two promos are going to carry this show to a very undeserved, like, 76 or something like that. 70, I will take a 74 on this match. I'm very happy with that, all things considered. 70. These you know, these guys are okay at talking. They're fine. 63 on Backlund and George South. That's also fine. Backlund road agented the match from Bob Backlund's corner. When he was yelling directions to Bob Backlund, that was not like him pretending. That was not him working being a manager. That was him doing a road agent work. Oh, an 89. I thought this would get 100. I'm a little surprised. Maybe they didn't bring their fastball because it's the B show. I mean, an 89 is great, but I thought this was like a stone cold lock for 100. $70. 70 just seems to be like the number you get when you do main eventer versus complete jobber. The game just goes like, I don't know, 70. Doesn't matter what these two numbers here are, it just gives you a 70. Which I think is fair. I don't know. Yeah, Rick Rude got 99. He brought almost his fastball. Took it down a tick or two. One tick, actually. He took it down one tick. Ooh, this did way worse. I thought it would. Oh, boy. I thought this would at least get like a 60. I forgot that Raven stinks. And Scott Norton stinks, for that matter. Bam Bam and Sabu should stop bringing their shitty friends into this and just wrestle each other. Anyway, 71. Thank you. Thank you, promos. I should also probably remember that for main event, like... A main eventer winning a squash match is probably fine to put as a main event. It's a B show in 1993. Like, no one's going to be like, oh, I didn't get a fucking 4-star match in the main event. Like, it's probably fine to just have Rick Rude winning as the main event. Damn. Out here losing 1993 MMA fights. That's rough. All right, we are still 20. All right, we're still a ways from Slamboree, so we've got time. Look at this. Look at this smug piece of shit. Oh, we did a house show while we were up in New England. Okay, great. 888 fans, sure. Oh no, the gang has disbanded. Not the gang. It's a very funny picture of Devon Storm. Just want to throw that out there. He's not the tribal chief. You know he's not the tribal chief because he lost the world title. The tribal chief would never do that. 0.73. Okay, great. Final boss Jesse Ventura. Yeah. Oh, Hanson, you may have beat Dustin, but now you gotta wrestle me. A man who's been retired for 20 years. Slaughter's in WF. For a second, I was like, "Is Slaughter in AWA?" But no, that timeline doesn't check out. Although, was he still in WWF in '93? Let me think about that, because in '91 was the Mania 7 match, right? Where he was a heel. I don't know if he was still there in '93. We are gonna get some weird timeline stuff like that in this save. Like, if we keep doing it for a long time, like Rick Rude probably won't have a career-ending injury, so he'll probably be like having good matches on our show into like the mid to late '90s. That'll be weird. You going to watch Mania this year? I don't want to. I might. I don't know. The thing is, I have Comcast cable and internet. So they just give me Peacock. They just give it to me. They're like, "Here, please use Peacock." So it's very tempting to just be like, "Well, I have Peacock." It's not like I will probably just throw it on at some point over the weekend. But boy, I'm not looking forward to it. Although I don't know, people say it's hot right now. I don't know. People that are watching are really into it. Scott Steiner got injured. No, broke his tailbone. Oh no. That seems bad. Oh, can only work angles for 27 days. Oh, the match is in 19 days, so he won't make it to Slamboree. Interesting. So do we replace the match? Kayfabe injury angle. I kind of think the biggest heel heat you could give the Brits is like stripping the Steiners of the titles and being like, "Here, we hand it to Regal and Adams. They are the default champions." But that's also kind of like shitty. But like, we could do that. That could just be like an angle at Slamboree, like a 5-6 minute in ring thing. I'm like, well, the WCW board has decided since you could not defend, the new champions are Regal and Adams. This photo of Ace Steel has to be from like 2003 or 4. It feels very out of place. Bob Evans was like that too. Bob Evans had a photo from like his like ROH run in 2008 or whatever, and I was like, that's not what he looked like in 1993. Come on. Find me an old Bob Evans photo. Show me Bob Evans with hair. Show me superstars. Hulk Hogan beat Brian Knobbs. See, I mean, that's what we should be doing in our main events. Just guy beats, you know. I mean, maybe not should be doing, but like, it's okay to just do star beats fucking Brian Knobbs level guy. Like, we could just do that. No one would care. Although they're also booking Sergeant Slaughter and Marty Jannetty in cage matches, so maybe I shouldn't take a lot of advice from the TEW auto booker. Gets a replacement. Replacement gets pinned. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things we could do. And then Mid-South in like a whole month. So let's go to the Mid-South. We can get like 17,000. So let's up this. New Mexico. That's fun. Let's go to New Mexico. Superstars, I believe, is actually the A show. We just talked about this last stream. Raw doesn't exist. Raw wasn't a show in 92, and apparently you can't set the computer to auto-start television. That only works for events. So they can't start Raw until they get another TV deal and decide to make it Raw, I guess. So yeah, Raw doesn't exist. It's a weird universe. That's another thing. Like, the Monday Night War might not happen. If they don't pull the trigger and start Raw, I'm not pulling the trigger and starting Nitro. We might just... The mid-90s might just continue forever. We might just, stick on fucking TBS and on syndication. Oh, we do a 2-on-1 handicap. I mean, 2-on-1 handicap is, like, similar to my idea of just stripping them. But yeah, it's basically the same idea where the match at the pay-per-view really isn't even a match. It's just, like... They lost because of shitty circumstances. I mean, for now, I would say all we have to do is have an injury report with Rick Steiner and Scott Steiner. Maybe we have footage from this house show we can show. Let's have Bischoff there with them. Basically, it's going to be like, Rick, Scott, this past week, our WCW live event, Scott got injured. We have the report, broken tailbone, looking like you're going to be out for at least a month. The tag team title match had been set for Slamboree. What do you guys have to say about that? And then, Scott's going to be like, hey, the doctors told me I can't. I need a... This is like the same as the Steve Austin thing now, except that one is a work. Doctors told me I can't wrestle, but, Steve Regal, Chris Adams, you're going to pay for injuring me. I assume they would have been working those guys on the house show. You're going to pay for injuring me. I'm going to try my best to be there. And then, Rick being like, Scott, brother, listen, broken tailbone. It's not the end of the world if we pull out of the match. And then Eric Bischoff's going to be like, well, because the match has been set, if you guys are not able to defend, you may be stripped of the championships. And then, they're both going to be like, what? I don't know how you get a broken tailbone and then you can still work angles. Like, I can't even imagine being like, yes, I'm going to go to work with my broken tailbone. Injury reports. Scott Steiner has a broken tailbone. Tag titles to be stripped. Alright, so that's what we're doing with that for now. Main event, tag team match. Brian Pillman and Eddie Guerrero are taking on Ricky Steamboat and Arn Anderson. Do we do Steve Austin interference for a babyface's win? Do we have the bad guys cheat? I think I want these bad guys to win, so I think we're going to do... Let's do Brian Pillman pinning Arn Anderson but tainted. And let's do an angle afterwards where Brian and Eddie and Paulie are celebrating, and then Steve Austin comes out. He's got a cane or something, and he's he's going to the ref like, ref, he had the tights. What are you, blind? Like he's trying to argue in favor of Steamboat and Arn. And then as he's doing that, we're gonna have, I would say, Pillman kicks the cane out from Steve. Steve falls down, but before they could really go after him, Steamboat and Arn will save Steve. So we're gonna go like, I think we're just gonna go entertainment. Well, let's do fighting Eddie. He'll be the one that kicks the cane. I mean, it's got to be Pillman. Pillman's got to kick the cane. We'll go fighting, entertainment. Paulie's talking, selling Steve Austin. These guys are just like over this because they just chase everyone else away. We'll do like 3 minutes. Austin argues with ref. Gets attacked. Baby faces save. Have we done... I need to check something here. No, we have not. I know we did do Vader and Ron Simmons versus Bob Backlund, Dan Severn. We did it on WCW. Okay. Alright, well, let's set up... How can we do this? I think I know how we can do this. We could do Ron Simmons versus Cactus Jack. I have to make sure I haven't done this a bunch. I've actually not done this as a singles match at all. That is kind of shocking. Although I guess they spent a lot of time on the same side of the face-heel divide, but I'm still kind of blown away that I haven't done this yet. Anyway, we're going to go Wild Brawl, obviously. We are going to have Ron Simmons win this match. Well, Cactus is number 1 contenders, man. Let's do... I'm falling in love with draws in this game. We're going to do a draw. This is a Wild Brawl, so I'm going to go like double count out. So that's at least a little different. And then we'll do an angle afterwards where Big Van Vader, the friend of Ron Simmons, is going to, and you know, the guy that's having a match with Cactus, he's going to run out and help him beat up Cactus. Then it's 2-on-1. But Cactus will be saved by Dan Severn and Bob Backlund. What a wacky alliance this is. I'm just going to do fighting, everybody. Cactus, Ron. Continued Raw. Vader helps Ron. Cactus saved by Catch Club. Lots of question marks here. Lots of question marks. People are asking questions. Curt Hennig's been winning a lot of squash matches. Hey, how about Sting? How about Sting just wins a squash match? How about that? What if Sting just beat Sergeant Buddy Lee Parker? First time ever, folks. Yeah, no, that's fine. Don't defend the title against Sergeant Buddy Lee Parker. Then afterwards, we'll get Bischoff in the ring, Be like, staying last, congratulations on your victory last week. You challenged Kurt Hennig to the very unorthodox I lose match. Where you plan on forcing him to say, I lose. Can you tell us any more about that match? He's going to be like, well, it's exactly what you said, Eric. I'm tired of him telling everyone the match at Super Brawl didn't happen or acting like it didn't exist. We all saw it. We all know I beat him. And the only way that I think he'll ever admit it is if I literally force him to say that he lost. And when he's in that Scorpion Deathlock at Slamboree, I guarantee Kurt Hennig's going to be yelling that he lost. Sting promo. Building the I lose match. Great. Good shit, pal. All right. More squash matches. Stan Hansen. I think I've had him beat George South already. We're in the Mid-South, right? There should be some Texas guys you could squash. That'd be fun. I think we've done Bobby Duncombe. I think we've done Booker T. Damian Demento. All right. That's a name I haven't thought about in a long time. Eric Watts. Yeah. Let's see. Let's have Stan Hansen kill Eric Watts. That's the match, folks. Actually, no. This is great. This is perfect, actually. Angle after the match. Stan Hansen. Gonna go up to Eric Watts. Eric, don't you dare open your mouth. And Stan Hansen's gonna be like, hey, kid, tough outcome for you, but I respect you. You came out here, you took your lumps. You're a second-generation star. You could go right to the top, but you came out here, you took a tough match for Stan Hansen. You let me whip you. You're doing things the right way, kid. And then Dustin Rhodes is going to come out and be like, how could you say this loser is doing things the right way? I've been the WCW champion, you senile old man. Then, yeah, promo. Continuing this feud. Stan puts over Watts. Dustin comes out and mocks him. Alright, we've got like 12 more minutes, 13 more minutes. Safest bet in this save. Dangerous Alliance promo. Eddie's there. Paulie's there. Mike Awesome's there. And they are talking about Steve. They're talking about Rick. And heck, they're talking about the other Rick. They're talking about all those guys. Oh, this is one of those things where it's like, truly, I should rate Eddie. Eddie would talk here, but he would only talk for like 30 seconds of the 6-minute promo. And I don't want him to tank the rating, so we're just not going to rate him. We're just not going to rate him. Dangerous Alliance and Eddie. Maybe we should put Eddie in the Dangerous Alliance. Now that I'm really thinking about this. They're down a lot of members. We've turned everyone babyface. They had too many members at the start, to be honest. They had like fucking 10 people in that group. But it's kind of now down to just like Tully, Mike Awesome, and Paul. Like, that's basically the whole group. Maybe that's the promo. Like, hey, Eddie, tonight, brother, you impress us. We get this win. How would you like to be in the Dangerous Alliance? I mean, we definitely got to write him now, but whatever. Offers Eddie a spot in the Dangerous Alliance if they win. Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. All right. And then I would say a match, and we're good to go. Rude has been on the show, but he's been talked about. Kurt's been on the show. Ringo, Ted DiBiase, Bam Bam, Liger, Koloff. Ted DiBiase, the Diamond Stud, continue getting heated up as they take on Koloff and B. Brian Blair, the world's greatest tag team. Oh, I'm sorry. They're the Bandana Boys. I forgot about that. I'm also going to keep having Diamond Stud win the matches. Maybe that'll help. B. Brian Blair, you were literally brought in to lose matches to people like the Diamond Stud. Please be cool. Alright, great. Thanks. Oh, we forgot to make a storytelling match. That's squash. That's a squash. That's a wild brawl. Oh, I don't want to make the main event a storytelling match. Although, it's... I mean... Alright, you guys are getting the storytelling match. Sorry, folks. The story is, of course, about how much of a well-oiled machine the Billionaires Club are becoming. And how Koloff and B. Brian Blair were no match. Yeah, we're all in agreement. This injury report should probably be a lot earlier. I might even put this as early as, like... I might even open the show with this, actually. It would be like, breaking news, Steiner's hurt. Like that kind of stuff. Yep, I think that's good. Is this going to beat the 91 we got last week? Probably not. The tag match is not going to do as well as the main, or as the singles match did. Although Simmons and Cactus Jack is a heck of a second from the top match. So, I'm going to stick with the 88 rating that I went with last week. I'm going to say another 88. 83, okay, perfectly fine start here. Scott did a bad job. Oh, I forgot to say Magnum was out there, but he didn't really talk. But I should have had him, like, talk. Like, I should have rated him. That's fine. 70. Stan Hansen broke his Eric Watts. God damn it. Eric Watts. Also, Eric got a 22, which is one of the lowest ratings we've seen from anybody. Although, in the Modmaker's defense, I don't think it's that far off from what I would have rated Eric Watts around this time. Oh, it's so funny that Stan's going to cut this promo now with a broken toe and being like, yeah, great job, kid. Yeah, you really did a good job of that match. It's got a 90. I think just the fact... Oh, Stan was very poor when trying to improvise dialogue. Yeah, he had a broken toe. I also think just Eric Watts' presence probably brought this down 10 points. Like, I didn't rate him, but just the fact that he was there. People didn't want to look at him, you know? $61, yep. I'm trying with the Diamond Stud. He's getting 40s, but I'm trying to heat him up You know, this is classic putting the young guy with the veteran tag team, hoping it gets the young guy over thing. I'm hoping it works. 91. Eddie didn't. I mean, he did poorly, but he only brought it down from 100 to a 91, so I can't complain too much. And hey, now that they won that match, so now that he's in the Dangerous Alliance, Paul Lee can cut his promos, and the problem solved. Honestly, this group, like, this is the whole group now. This group kind of rocks. This is kind of an awesome team. 70, yeah. I've nailed it. 70 is just what you get for a squash match with a main eventer. It's just like, oh, 70. Even if Stan Hansen breaks his toe, there's like, oh, 70. It's fine. Then he cut a promo on Kurt. He's going to make him say, I lose. $80, okay. We got hit with the lack of psychology, which I always think is very funny in a wild brawl, where these guys were just punching each other and like going into the crowd and stuff. But there wasn't enough psychology. All right, man. 81 for everyone fighting after the match. Big Van Vader was a real star in this segment. Okay. Oh, this was better than the singles match. I was very wrong. WCW is a tag team promotion. They love tag matches. I guess this one also had a finish, which last week's didn't. I don't know if that really makes a difference. That this crowd doesn't seem to care about that. But yeah, this match rocked. And then a 77. $91 matched it exactly. We're a 91 promotion. I mean, I don't know. This is good. This is a good show. I'd watch it. Mabel wasn't on it, so that's a plus. Alright, before we see how injured Stan is, I'm going to put Eddie Guerrero in the Dangerous Alliance. Perfect. Also, I just noticed everyone's a member, no one's a leader. It should probably be Paul Lee as the leader, but whatever, it's fine. Yes. Yes. Mike Awesome. Bro, you can't keep sending me emails about Mike Awesome when you are his manager. Stop. Alright, let's check how injured that toe is. Three days. Oh, he's fine. He's fine. He's gonna tape it up and work through it like a psychopath. Oh, Robarts Arena. Great. My neck of the woods. Richard Morton is just trying to get his contract renewed. I gotta be honest. He's just like, if I show up at TV every week and I'm a cool dude, they gotta keep me around. But then Kurt did the same thing. Literally the same thing. He brought in the karaoke machine. Richard Morton was just like, God damn it. Oh, I'm fired for sure. Son of a bitch. Alright, we're going to do an angle with Cactus Jack, Nick Bockwinkel, Dan Severn, and Bob Backlund. Where they're basically going to be like, You know, a lot of people have said this was an unusual alliance between us and Cactus Jack, but remember what I said last week on Main Event about how I thought Ron Simmons and Big Van Vader were stand-up guys who wouldn't back away from a fight, and I was wrong, and about how they were cowardly. But Cactus Jack, you may not be a catch-can wrestler like Dan or Bob, but we've never seen you back down from a fight. You'll take guys on 3-on-1. So even though, you know, stylistically we are different, we would be happy to team with you, and we'd be happy to help you out. And then Cactus is gonna be like, "Oh, that's great to hear, Nick." Worst fucking impression. That sounds like fucking Mickey Mouse. Basically, he's gonna be like, "Oh yeah, I appreciate that. I think we need to have a tag team match on Saturday night. Me and Dan Sarah taking on Ron Simmons and Big Van Vader. What do you say about that?" And they're gonna be like, "Absolutely." Promo setting up Cactus Dan versus Ron Vader on Saturday. I think we're gonna book this Saturday night on this stream, but just in case we don't, I'm gonna put this in here. All right, well that's like the one thing I wanted to book for this main event, so this should be fun. Oh, we got to get a promo from the British guys. Basically just them cutting a promo about how, you know, if Scott Steiner cannot compete, we demand to be handed the WCW titles. Because, again, people hate when people get handed things, especially in 1993. So it's just, that's the heat, brother. Although I think he got through that Zelda Kingdom Hearts. Yeah. I mean, listen, if you came in here and told me that in Kingdom Hearts, at some point there's a Hell in a Cell match and Mickey Mouse gets thrown off the top of the cell, I'd be like, sure, I don't know. Everything I see from those games is insane. Eddie is going to be welcomed into the Dangerous Alliance by Paulie and Brian and Tully and Mike Austin. This is basically the exact same promo we did on Saturday. I mean, same setup, but the content would be different. It's them being like, "Eddie, we won, you're in, welcome to the group." And then this time it would be mostly Eddie cutting the promo, and he's going to be calling out Steamboat for Slamboree. But then, they're also going to talk about Brick Rude. They will also talk about Steve Austin. Dangerous Alliance promo. Eddie is in the group now. He challenges Steamboat to TV title match at Slamboree. Okay, great. Alright, we got 3 promos so far. Everything's going great. I think we have to book nothing but matches from here on out. Maybe one post-match promo. I know Arn just wrestled a tag, but I want to give him another one here. I want to do Arn and Larry Z facing, I don't know, Jerry Lynn and Sean Waltman. these guys. I'll give these guys 8 whole minutes. I'll let them cook a little bit. Arn's going to win. You know, I'll even say open match. Give these guys a little bit, you know? I mean, we have time to kill. Let's go full 6-man tag. So that would be Perry, Saturn, Raven, and Sabu. This is what the B show is for, to get these guys going. Taking on Bam Bam Bigelow. Do we stick with Scott Norton even though he was stinky, or do we get Bam Bam new friends? That's the question. That is the question. Do not know who his new friends would be unless we like put him in the band or something. So let's put him in there with Scott Norton. I feel like we haven't had a Z-Man sighting in a long time. Let's get the Z-Man out there. What a match this is. This is not the main event. I'm gonna book something better in the main event. Perry Center. Yeah, Perry Center. That's right. I don't know if Raven or Perry Saturn are ever going to get above, like, Pin Eater. Bam Bam is a hell of a drummer name. That's true. That's a good point. Although, these guys... I'm going to do something bold. I'm going to do something brave. I'm going to do something that should have been done a long time ago. The Z-Man is going to win a match. The Z-Man is going to pin Perry Saturn. And we will continue this weird B-show feud we have with the Nightmares. The Nightmares B team taking on Bam Bam Bigelow. Now, the main event of main events. When we book the real shit, we have Liger if we want to do something competitive. We also have Ultimo if we want to do something competitive. Again, I would love to book them as a tag team. It's a crime that they have no tag chemistry. Barbarian. Okay, let's do something weird. Let's do something weird. I said I was going to give the people a good main event, and I don't think I'm actually doing that. We're going to do Ultimo. We're going to do Jushin. And then they're going to team with, I don't know, preferably someone kind of over. Nikita Koloff? And they're going to take on the Barbarian. This doesn't work as good as I thought it would, because there's really... Oh, we could do the Barbarian, Sean Waltman, Jerry Lynn. This is also not a main event, so I don't know. Main event's probably going to be people talking. Anyway, Ultimo is going to win. I don't really care who loses. You figure it out, game. Well, we still have 3 minutes, so we could still look like a main eventer in a 6-minute squash, and that could be the main event of the show, which I think is what we're going to do. The main event of main event will be Kurt Hennig in action. As he defeats the Italian Stallion. A main event anywhere in the world. But mainly Sarasota, Florida in Robarts Arena. That's the one place it actually is a main event. Yeah, that 6-man is like a fun opener. Yeah, that makes sense. One of the main events of all time. We can all agree. $57. Yep, glad this got moved to the opener. Liger was a lot better than everyone else in this match. Even Ultimo. Why did Ultimo only get a 50? What's? Did he just like super mail it in? Oh, he has an awful gimmick. We gotta change Ultimo's gimmick. Dude's been getting penalized this whole time. The British want the titles. They demand to be handed the titles as the true champions. Ooh, this 6-man tag was somehow worse. You know, at least we got Sabu out of the American Nightmares, but we kind of a big swing and a miss on Raven and Perry Saturn, if we're being honest. Kind of gave those guys big spots. And, you know, I mean, they played their roles as pin eaters or whatever, but we could have gotten people that were, like, over to be pin eaters. That probably would have helped some of our people. But, you know, whatever. This was a mid-card match on a B show. It's fine. 75. Thought this would do better. Cactus. We got a bad roll on Cactus. That's unfortunate. He kept doing a Mickey Mouse impression. 67. This was a nice. This could have been the main event. This was a nice little tag match. Imagine they made Jerry and Sean look good in defeat here. 92 on this promo. Eddie keeps pulling it down. Oh, Pillman also has a gimmick that's getting stale. Interesting. And 70. The go-to number for a squash match. Giving us a 73. That's fine. Ultimo, what's your gimmick, bro? Luchador. Awful. Interesting. He plays Swagger. Can't play Dominant. He can only do Swagger. Okay, great. Swagger? And your gimmick is that you're fucking Ultimo Dragon. Pillman. Oh, he's a fan favorite. Yeah, no, we should. That should not be his gimmick. That should not be his gimmick. Swagger and Offbeat Unstable. He's definitely Offbeat Unstable. We're basically booking the loose cannon. So we'll just give him that. You know what? Let's make it a little creative and unique. I don't mess with this part, but I don't know. Nick tells me I should. So I'm assuming creative and unique lets him cook a little bit. Bigger the risk of failing, but the higher chance of getting a very high rating. I assume Brian Pillman has the juice to pull that off. So I'm gonna let him cook, see what happens. I mean, the loose cannon gimmick, where they were trying to blend reality with works and stuff, and he was, he convinced WCW to fire him for the angle, and then he that was pretty creative and unique stuff. So I'm gonna give it to him. I should check some of the other people that we've turned. I think Second Generation Star actually still works for him. So we'll leave that. Well, what about Rick Rude? Yeah, he's an egomaniac. He's a legendary egomaniac. But as a babyface, he probably shouldn't be an egomaniac. Although he can... I mean, Swagger is fine. Maybe we just tweak it. I mean, we don't have to change it. We're not getting dinged. We'll just leave it, I guess. Because I do want it to just be Rick Rude being a babyface, right? I feel like that's a trap wrestling promotions fall into sometime, where they'll be like, oh, this guy's a babyface now. He has to act like a babyface. No, just... People want to cheer Rick Rude because he's cool. Just let him be Rick Rude. I think that's all we need for now. I'm sure another one will come up and I'll be like, oh yeah, but for now that's it. 16 days. Slamboree's getting closer. Felt like it was so far at the beginning of this. House show in the Great Lakes. No one got injured this time. That's great. Crazy that Mo's name is Bobby Knight. Didn't know that. Also, his name is Bobby Knight. That's funny. Think he's ever choked a college athlete? Hey, Stan's back. Hey. Oh, man, we missed out on Harvey Whippleman. Oh, rough. Why are all eyes on Minoru Suzuki? Oh, he's getting pushed in PWFG. Johnny B. Bad contract ending. Now this one's interesting. Because we've not done anything with him. But he does have potential. He's a little over. We could get him back to recognizable with a little push ski. But he's also 32, so it's not like the potential... It's not like he's a young wrestler with potential. What do you want? How much money do you want? 12 grand a month? Yeah, that's fine. We can give you that. I'll give you that for 2 years. Get this cursed wild man Mark Marrow thing off here. Hate that. Second out of second in the US. Okay. I mean, the thing is, I feel like 89 to 85 is kind of close, but I don't know how close that actually is. I don't know if 4 points is actually a ton. It feels close, but I don't know. I think the problem is that they're top guys. Yeah, are stupid over. We don't have anyone this level of stupid over like they do. Oh, they still have the one bushwhacker? They only have one bushwhacker, huh? That's interesting. Yeah, Ultimate Warrior. We don't have Ultimate Warrior or Hulk Hogan yet. Someday. Actually, I gotta know. How much time is on this Hogan contract? This contract has 56 days remaining. Ho, 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 ho. Let's go, dude. I assume I have him shortlisted, right? Yeah, no. Keep him there. What about the Warrior? 56 days. What if I got them both to jump? The Undertaker has an 8-year contract? What the fuck? Looks like a lot of people are up in 56 days. That might be a busy time for us. Oh yeah, we should check Bret or Shawn, who would actually fit much better into our promotion. Bret Hart is 3 years. I assume Shawn will be similar. 8 years. Yeah, like I kind of get the idea of like, oh, those guys are WWF lifers. Let's keep them in WWF or whatever. But I don't know. That's part of the fun of the fucking mod is seeing like, oh, what if Shawn Michaels went to WCW? You know. But we could fucking poach Hogan. Nature Boy. Nature Boy's got 10 months still. I assume there is going to be an insane bidding war for Hogan and Warrior. Not, you know, not just between us and WWF, but also like All Japan, New Japan. That'll probably be crazy. Because, I mean, maybe not so much the Warrior, but I'm pretty sure Hulk is crazy over in Japan, too. Yes, he's also he's very over in the entire world. Only India. India's like Hulk Hogan who? Everyone else pretty familiar with the guy. What's Warrior looking like in Japan? Yeah, not as over in Japan as the Hulkster. So I think the Hogan bidding war is going to be nuts. That's going to be like a 4-way shootout. But the thing is, we have money. We have like $30 million in the bank. So, we might win the bidding war. The problem is, will we make the mistake real WCW did of being like, we'll give you creative control, Hulkster. Whatever you want, dude. Oh no, Europe is going bankrupt. Oh no, oh, Eurostars, okay. The continent is fine. Everybody calm down. House show in the Northwest, 891 fans, sure. Is Primetime the A show? No, Primetime is definitely a B show. This is definitely a B show. For sure. It's me, Joey Styles. How come I haven't been hired to be the announcer of WCW? Oh no, not Firebreaker Chip. I think this is one we could let go. Thanks for coming, Chip. Farewell. Fight those fires, sir. Saturday night. All right, here we go. You know, let's run the Southeast, but let's run not Amway Arena. How about that? Let's run somewhere slightly different. Let's go to Alabama. In incident. Oh boy. Wrestler's court, moaning about stuff all the time, bumming everyone out. Yep. Alright. We know our main event is Big Van Vader and Ron Simmons against Dan Severn and Cactus Jack. Dan, do you brawl? I think we can give them 16. Set up a wild brawl. I need to think about this finish for like 5 seconds. Alright, so let me think. I mean, listen, not to give anything away, but I've already told you guys we're doing, Sting and Vader. So like, Vader will be winning the #1 contenders match, so he's winning that. Dan is probably beating Ron, so we're really split 50-50 here. This could go either way. I feel like Dan's group has been getting their ass kicked a lot, so I would like them to get a win here. Let's do... Can we do... Let's do Cactus over Ron Simmons. Let's do that. Kind of zagging here. And we could do like botched interference Teddy Long. We could do that. I'm fine with that. All right, then we are going to do Dustin Rhodes winning a match. Similarly to last week, where we had Stan beat a young second-generation superstar, let's have Dustin Rhodes beat a vet, Nikita Koloff. I did this in singles match, right? Yeah, and it got a 57 in May 1992. I bet it does better than that. Give them 10 minutes. Dustin Rhodes. Make it open. But yeah, he's just going to win. He can beat Koloff clean. And then we'll do a post-match angle where Dustin and Dusty and Ventura will continue the attack on Nikita, who I'm really not even going to rate. He's just kind of there. And then Stan is going to come out and fight them. I'm just going to do fighting on everybody. Stan saves Koloff from further beat down. Okay. Tag team title update. Scott Steiner, Rick Steiner, Magnum is there this time. Bischoff. It's been a week. We're only what is it, like 14? I think we're 2 weeks away from Slamboree. Have you guys made up your mind about what you're gonna do with the tag team titles? And then, it's basically the same promo as last week. Scott being like, listen, we're not giving up these tag team titles. Over my dead body, we're going to have these tag team titles. And it's going to be Rick and Magnum being like, Scott, please reconsider this. He's like, did you see the promo they cut on main event? They demanded they be handed the tag team titles if I can't defend it. We can't let that happen. Steiner. Scott refuses to hand titles to the Brits. Chris Adams and Steve Regal. Alright. So those are our 3 title feuds. Well, no, those are 2 of our title feuds. We haven't done anything with Sting and Kurt Hennig. Kurt Hennig is going to win a squash match where he wins by making his opponent say, "I lose." He's gonna like have the perfect flex off and then let it go and be like, "Say I lose. Say I lose." Have we done Joey Maggs? I feel like he's beaten all of our babyface jobbers already, but let's see. No, he hasn't. Okay, great. 6 minutes, Joey Maggs. Kurt Hennig. And this would be, I guess, ref stoppage for the finish. And then afterwards, he's going to be cutting up. Actually, he'll probably continue the attacks on. He'll like keep stomping Joey Maggs or whatever, and he's going to be like, you know, I made him say I lose just like I'll do to Sting. At Slamboree, and just like I would never do. And then, like, you know, Sting's gonna come out. He's gonna save Joey Maggs. And, like, Kurt will drop the microphone. Then he'll pick it up. And be like, you know, I'll make... You've already lost, Kurt. You've already lost. I'm just making you admit it at Slamboree. You're finally gonna have to admit to the world that you lost. Okay. Steve Austin promo from home. Basically, you know, I've been showing up at the building trying to, you know, get involved even though I'm hurt. And they keep telling me not to come. So this week I'm at home. Let me tell you, Brian Pillman, Slamboree. It's going to be the biggest WCW show of all time. They keep telling me, Steve, you're not ready. Steve, you're making your knee worse showing up all the time. Steve, you got attacked last week. They pushed you back another month on your recovery time. But I don't care. I want Brian Pillman at Slamboree. You know, babyface shit. We're going to do a squash match. We're going to have Tully. Not a good week to be a babyface jobber. Oh, Firebreaker Chip. Firebreaker Chip, you're leaving the territory, brother. Time to lose. Firebreaker Chip, Tully Blanchard. Tully is going to win this match tainted just because he can. Just to show off his new skills. And then him and Paulie will cut a promo afterwards on Rude, where he's going to be like, you see that, Rude? That's a new one we just came up with. We got so many new ones, you're not going to know what hit you at Slamboree. We've been up all night, chalking up new plays, coming up with new distractions. You're never going to know what hit you. You're stuck in the past with your plays. You haven't come up with anything new. This turned into like a college football rivalry. I don't know how that happened. Suddenly it's about plays and formations. Oh, we got to hear from Steamboat. Eddie Guerrero. This is just, good old Ricky Steamboat babyface promo, getting interviewed by Eric Bischoff, Ricky, Eddie Guerrero challenged you to TV title match, Slamboree on main event. What do you have to say about that? And just, Ricky Steamboat somehow getting 6 minutes. Well, I guess the 6 minutes would, this would probably be fucking in front of the crowd, like on the stage or on the set or whatever. So it would probably, a good 90 seconds would just be like Eric Bischoff being like, ladies and gentlemen, Ricky Steamboat, like that. Anyway, Ricky's going to come out. And then, he's going to be like, well, Eddie Guerrero, I don't agree with his, the way he's going. I don't, I know he joined the Dangerous Alliance. I wish he, I don't think he's going down the right path. But I accept his challenge. I accept his challenge for TV title match Slamboree, and I hope to set him on the straight and narrow. Put him back on the right path. Because that went so well with Dustin Rhodes. I assume Eric would say that to him, and the Steamboat would be like, yo, what the fuck? Don't fucking kill my shit. Alright, we got like 6 more minutes. Well, we could do like a 10-minute match if we wanted to. Pillman. Pillman has been talked about. Oh, let's put Sabu and Bam Bam on the Big Show. Let's do that. 8 minutes. Sabu. Bam Bam Bigelow. Oh, did I give someone storytelling? I don't think I did. I can do it for Tully and Firebreaker Chip. Because they actually are telling a story. So yeah, you guys get Wild Brawl. I mean, Bam Bam's got to win. Bam Bam's got to win. We could do botched interference from Raven. Then you guys are storytelling, which is probably going to keep this from getting a 70, but that's fine. I keep saying I don't think this is going to get a 91, and then it gets a 91, so I don't know. Also, this is like in perfect order already. Main event. Yeah, no, this is like already perfect. You know what? Let's ride the lightning. 91. Let's get 3 of them. 74. Good start. I was correct to put Bam Bam over. He's much better than Sabu. The right call. Glad I didn't go crazy. Sometimes when I could just have a young guy beat an established guy, I get the itchy trigger finger. I'm like, I could do it. I could do it. I shouldn't do it, but I could do it. Steamboat promo, 94. He's good. Ricky Steamboat, he's good. 68. I was right. Making this storytelling, they did not get the 70. Although Tully is also not as good as the guys I usually have do squash matches, but that's whatever. It's fine. The real story is the promo. Oh, Rick Rude was on camera. Rick Rude came out and watched him from the stage. That's fine. Or from the entrance. He was standing in the aisle watching them cut this promo. Going, oh no, I got plays. You'll see. 84. Okay, I thought the Austin promo was going to break the 90s. I'm a little surprised. $70. That's what a squash match gets. See, this is what I'm saying. They didn't click. It still got a 70. None of this matters. It just gets a 70. I'm on to you, Adam Ryland. 100. Love seeing segment rating 100. Joey Maggs, although he was not rated. He was very much a pawn in these guys' story. But hey, good for him. $83. So putting Magnum out there made like no difference. It's got the exact same rating. $67. It did do better, but only slightly. It did a little better. Then 85 for Steiner out there. Brother, we got another 92 main event. We're just cooking right now with these main events. This is a tag team promotion. You give them a big tag team, the crowd's into it. Also, like, this would rock. This would be a sick tag team. Big Van Vader was head and shoulders ahead of everyone, which is crazy because everyone else was like really good also. Like everyone else was in like the 80s and mid 70s, and Big Van Vader was still much better than them. Oh, only a 90. We missed it. We missed the three-peat. That's a bummer. Okay, we are off Samurai Tier 2. That's fine. I'm pretty sure that's fine. Let me double check that, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we're on Gaora Tier 2 now, which is slightly better. Yay. Yay for us. Alright, well, we are like exactly at 2 hours, but I hate starting with a main event, so I think we're going to just kind of quickly book an episode of main event, and then we'll call it a stream. And then also that'll be good for next week, because then next week we'll be at the Go Homes and Slamboree, so. Oh boy. Oh, that's right, his protege. I forgot. How silly of me. We're going to do Ted DiBiase and the Diamond Stud against, oh, I don't know. Firebreaker Chip and his good friend Scott Norton could be a gem. I mean, we're pretty annoyed with Scott Norton. Scott Norton and Firebreaker Chip. This is a 6-minute match. I don't even care who the Diamond Stud pins. Then we're going to do an angle after this, where Ted is going to get on the mic and he's going to be, that's, what is that, 3-4 wins in a row, something like that. You're looking at the new best team in WCW. We're taking all comers. We'll beat anyone. We're coming after those tag team titles. If they don't give it to the British guys, they should give it to us. I could make sure that you guys get a good reimbursement if you hand us the tag team titles, something like that. Then we're gonna send out Arn Anderson and Larry Zbyszko. We're then gonna cut a promo. Basically being like, Yeah, you guys put some wins together, but you haven't beat any top tier teams in WCW yet. So basically, we're setting this up as a tag match for Slamboree. It was basically me looking at my card for Slamboree and going, I haven't built this at all yet. I should do that because there probably won't be time on the go homes. Angle, setting up DiBiase, stud, first good alliance at Slamboree. Yeah, let these guys cook. I think we're done with Bam Bam and Sabu having a little TV feud. Norman Smiley hasn't been on TV enough. The people need Norman Smiley. I'm always saying this. Van Hammer is the one recognizable. Yes, he's the one recognizable band member. What a successful group the band was. We got one recognizable guy out of it. We got Van Hammer. We got Too Cold. We got Norman. Taking on... See, the problem with this is every time I come to this, it's like, oh, the jobbers we have are the Cowboys. But God, I can't book them against the Cowboys again. Just can't do it. That's basically the Cowboys. Let's give Norman the win. That was the whole point of booking this. Band and Cowboy is our Gargano Ciampa feud. I mean, no. No. I didn't even like that feud as much as most people. I kind of got very tired of it halfway through, but you know, those matches were good. We didn't have any of those. We didn't have any good matches. Our matches were all bad. All right, let's do I don't know. I'm doing the thing again, right? I am thinking too hard about what to book on main event. We already gave them like a thing that's important. That's more than they usually get. Let's give Eddie a match for his heat him up for Steamboat. Eddie Guerrero and the Italian Stallion. Hey. What a match. Have I done this? Only in a weird tag match. So I'm saying no. Oh, right. He's the light heavyweight champion. I completely forgot about that. Whoops. Going to do a Stan Hansen promo. Basically, you know, he's tired of the disrespect, Dustin Rhodes. It was one thing to show it to his dad and to Jesse Ventura, but now he's showing it to guys like Koloff, and most importantly, he showed disrespect to me, the United States champion, Stan Hansen. I'm tired of it. I want him at Slamboree. Let me run into this card. Sting and Hennig, I lose match. That's official. Hansen and Dustin, that's official now. Tully and Rude is, I mean, I don't know if it's official. Yeah, we've been saying it. Vader Cactus official. Severn and Simmons I don't think is official. Pillman Austin is basically official. Austin to cut the promo. Tag match is off. DiBiase Diamond said we just cut the angle for that. Yeah, so the only one we need to say, hey, this is happening is probably Ron Simmons. I have that written down as, oh yeah, Simmons and Severn. Simmons. Oh, yeah, it's the match. It's the match. And I had Dan and Cac. So yeah, let's do angle. Basically similar to last week. We'll just have Dan, Cactus, Nick Bockwinkel. Bob is there. They will talk about Ron. They will also talk about Big Van Vader. We'll kill two birds with one stone here. Basically, they're just going to cut a promo. Cactus is going to talk about getting momentum for the match with the number one contenders match with Big Van Vader. And then Bockwinkel will talk about, he will challenge Ron Simmons to a match for at Slamboree for Dan. Almost did it. Almost did it. All right. And then I would say book a match and we're out of here. I'm giving these people a Brian Pillman match. They are lucky this week. Have we done Brian Pillman and Chris Jericho? Have we done that? You know, we haven't done it as a singles match. I'm going to give them 8. I'm going to make it open even. But obviously Pillman is going to win. And that's the show. I guess that's the main. I didn't really give him anything good. We're opening with this band match, so that's great. Are there a promo? No, there's promos that'll do fine. I was thinking for a second, I was like, wait, is this going to get a 69? But it's not going to get a 69. It's going to get like a 72. Although, maybe. Oh, man. Yeah, 83. This is fine. Cactus did a good job this time. $70? Okay, again, the numbers don't matter. 68-38. How's that a 70? I don't know. It's just what it gets. This is a conspiracy. Hanson promo 95. I will take that. I'll take a 62 on this match. Diamond said got a 45 instead of a 44. 1 point of momentum, baby. Yeah, 89. This was good. Scott didn't talk. Although Scott Hall should be able to talk. Although the couple times we have tried it, it's been bad. Maybe he needs to develop his ability to talk. I don't know. Oh, the main event was really good. All right. Yeah, no, we're fine. This is actually a great episode. Oh, this was the debut of Brian Pillman's new gimmick. Yeah, it's great. It's a great gimmick. He's good at it. Yep. True. True and true. 81. That's a really good episode of Main Event. I didn't think the main event would go that hard. I thought it would get like a 75 tops. Oh, he's changed to a powerhouse. I was hoping John Tenta was going to change to like a technician or something like that. That would have been funny. What do we got over here? All right, Mark Marrow. Welcome back. Yes, thank you for that email. All right, that's going to do it for WCW next week. It will be the Go Home shows and then Slamboree 1993. Going to be a big card. We got Sting and Hennig in the I Lose match for the WCW title. We got Stan Hansen and Dustin Rhodes U.S. title. Tully and Rude in the blow-off match for their feud. Vader's going to take on Cactus, #1 contenders match. Dan Severn and Ron Simmons. Pillman is going to take on Steve Austin. Maybe they'll have a real match this time instead of a 6-minute angle. Something's going to happen with the tag titles. I'll think about it. DiBiase and the Diamond Stud are going to take on Arn and Larry Zbyszko, and Steamboat will take on Guerrero for the TV title. And then, of course, Thursday, we'll have the AEW draft. We just had Nick's pay-per-view, and then I just did my big Dynamite. So I think this is just going to be like an episodes of TV stream, but we're building up to my pay-per-view, which is going to have Omega and Kingston at the top. That's going to be fun. Nick, I don't know if Nick is still watching the stream, but Nick, if you're still watching the stream, your show's first on Thursday. Collision's first. Just as a reminder, don't forget. But yeah, also if you're watching on YouTube, as always, drop a like, drop a comment, make sure you're subscribed. Come watch live Tuesday or Thursday, 8 o'clock Eastern, twitch.tv/Swarls. And that is going to do it. Thanks for watching. Bye, everybody.